My channel has been around for a long while now, and every video I've made has video game OSTs playing in the background. As a content creator, this is fine. It's a practice that every YouTuber has done, even ones I look up to. But as a creative, I won't lie, I feel very torn on just taking someone else's hard work without transforming it at all to uplift my own content, especially with an art form that is riddled with exploitation. So, for this channel's soft reset, every song you hear will be made by me. Even if it sounds really bad, I like the idea of my art, music and editing style all growing together with each video I upload. And every good channel needs a catchy outro, which one could say is the whole crux of this video. I will be making an earnest attempt at an outro for this channel and documenting start to finish my musical process as someone who has little to no musical talent. I hope you find this video interesting or at the very least funny to watch. I'm not attempting to make any music nerds angry in this video, but I don't think that can be helped. Sorry. So, let's begin with the concept for this song. The concept for this song is pretty simple. I want it to last around 20 seconds. I'm very inspired by 2010's Rebecca Sugar songs. In particular, the instrumentation of Remember You from Adventure Time, and the progression of It's Only Magic from my favourite cartoon, OKKO. Apart from that, I'm feeling pretty open-ended. I feel like giving myself too many rules and regulations will stifle my creative flow, and experimentation is where I have the most fun with music, even if it ends up sounding bad. However, we do want this song to sound good, so I won't get too experimental. And yeah, that's it. Moving on to the first version. The first thing I made for this song is the beat. It's nothing too complex, just something to keep me on time as I make more instruments. The chords are from the square wave instrument, and I wanted the chords to be played one after the other instead of at the same time, really wearing that Remember You influence on my sleeve. I tried using this chord progression I made on this website that my friend Seaweed showed me ages ago, but honestly, I hated how it sounded, and this was my best attempt after hours of messing about. I did end up finding chords I really enjoyed the sound of. By moving the bottom note up by one each time, I made this really nice sounding chord progression. I'm no musician, so I don't know if this is like a normal thing to do or not, but I thought it sounded cool, so I'm deciding to keep it. With these newfound chords, I added trumpets to do the same chords as well, as a bass line. I thought it added a fun element to the song, so I'm keeping it. However, I realized pretty quickly on that the trumpets did not work at all as a bass line. So I added a vibraphone and moved it down 2 octaves as the new bass line. I was tempted to make the pattern more complex than it is, but it ended up ruining everything else. So I kept the pattern simple to keep it on beat, just like the drums are doing. Much like a lot of the songs I've done in the past, I'm slowly introducing more and more instruments as it progresses. With these instruments in particular, it started to feel like a game over theme, similar to Super Mario World, so I decided to lean into that idea. I found the concept of this song while making it, which is something that's never happened before. Also, with how the song's loading up, I thought it could be cool to have the intro of the song bleed into the ending words of each video, which is what I did with Amori's Stardust Diving in my old videos. Here's an example so you know what I'm talking about. I've been Ricknick, and this has been a character analysis on Hero, A Peacekeeper's Torment. I'll see you next time. For my second version, I want to lean into the idea of this song being a loading screen to the next video, and this is demonstrated with the main chords loading in as the song progresses. But as soon as the song fully loads, the listener, in the song's context, gets bored and turns off the video. I even created a little chiptune sound at the end of the song, like it's a handheld console being turned off abruptly. Think of it like when Mario says bye-bye when you turn off the DS. Kinda like that. So yeah, here's what the first version of this song sounds like. I think it's a pretty solid foundation. Okay, we need to talk about the mixing. Okay, it's really bad, it's really loud. I am sorry you had to listen to that, but I need to show my process, and this is unfortunately a part of the process. I opened up the Sound Goodizer and mixed the audio to the radio setting, and then I tweaked it a little to make it sound like it's coming from a 3DS. Another little quality of life change is that the instruments are properly labelled and are colour coordinated. Now I can properly see what I need more and less of instrument wise. It doesn't really help with the sound overall, but you know, organisation is key. In terms of the instruments, I added a second version of the drums that play at the end of the song, very much taking inspiration to the seaside feel of It's Only Magic. Not only does it sound really cool, but it also adds a heightened sense of progression to the song. Not only are more instruments being added, but some of the instruments are also evolving as the song progresses. And finally, it doesn't seem like much, but I added a little flourish of bells, since I thought the song could use a bit of pizzazz. Kind of a weird comparison, but I think it sounds a bit like a song from Majora's Mask. You have these weird Deku Scrub sounding trumpets with this flourish. It's given Astral Observatory meets any song that's played near the Deku Palace. Here's my second attempt. Not much has changed, but I think enough important things have changed for me to show it off. The song sounds pretty good so far, but it's lacking a sense of noise. I don't know what to call it, and I don't know how to explain it, but it still sounds a bit bare bones for my liking. It needs more something. It needs more something. It's also lacking the lyrics. I really don't want to sing for this outro, but I do want to get better at singing in general, and this seems like a good opportunity to practice. So yous will be hearing me sing. Please don't make fun of me. Please. Thank you. Okay, here's what's new. I added a choir that plays the chord notes in a random order. It adds a sort of mystical aura to the song, very inspired by the Wind Waker baton from Wind Waker. Also, I did write down adds a mystical aura. I do not know what I was thinking when I was writing these bullet points. I also implemented a bass guitar that plays really fast throughout the song. I'm not quite sure how I feel about it though. It sounds really fun on its own, but it doesn't mix well with the other instruments. Making it quieter adds a nice layer of noise, but I'm still unsure about it, so I'm gonna leave it out. I recorded myself singing over the song a bunch of times, trying to find out what sounded good and what didn't sound good. I tried singing in the exact same melody as how the square wave notes were played. Although it was functional, it worked. It did sound a bit flat and boring though. Ba 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 na na na. Yeah, you did. It's boring. It's boring. I don't want to do it. I don't want to. Yeah, but why were you even doing this example still? So I experimented with the tempo and tone of my voice and landed on a melody that I thought fitted the vibe of an outro. Again, taking a bit of inspiration from It's Only Magic. Do 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 ba-do. Do 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 do. Maybe we're cooking. Honestly, I hate how my voice sounds. And I'm not a singer by any means. I don't even know if I was hitting the right notes. However, I had a lot of fun singing and writing the lyrics so much that I think it would be so lame for me not to include it. And let this be a lesson to all of you watching who are too scared to try new things. If you really put your all into a new endeavor, whether it's sports, art, cooking, or music, you will find joy in what you achieve in spite of the embarrassment it brings. I've been Rick Nick, and this is my earnest attempt at music. Bye. Now it's time to close the case. Bid me adieu and leave, or you could just stick around. I've got so much more to give.